What's up guys, Cliff from the Sunday Drive. Today we're gonna be showing you how to remove the antenna on the roof of your Silverado or truck. So welcome back to the channel guys. As you can see, we're in the process of wrapping my 2014 Silverado. Super pumped how this color is turning out. But as part of wrapping the truck, we need to wrap the roof and the antenna up there, your GPS and OnStar antenna, needs to come off. So we're gonna be showing you how to remove that in today's video. First, we need to remove the rear view mirror or the visor right here. We need to undo this part and this. So we're gonna take a pick tool right inside this little groove that's right here and pry down on this. All right. Now, be careful you're not prying down on the entire thing. You just wanna pry down on the cover. All right. Make sure your hands are somewhat clean when you go do this. I'm actually gonna get some gloves because I'm starting to stain up my thing. And now I have some gloves on to make sure I don't stain up my headliner because my hands were a little dirty from working at the shop. So I'm gonna finish working my way around here, completely popping this cover off like that. Be careful, it is kind of thin, so you don't wanna break it. All right. All right, so that is popped down. And you can slip it over since it has this slit right here. To remove this, it's going to be a very similar process. There is a little tab right directly at the bottom right here on the forward facing side. So stick your trim tool under and pop that down like so. You can see it hanging down there. Now we're going to go ahead and remove both of these. There's the screw. Now this has 3 of those T15 Torx screws holding it in. I'm gonna hold up on this because I feel like this is gonna come down. Now there is an electrical connection up here for the lights on your visor. So be careful of that. You can pull that out. It looks like, interesting, this has some like tape, like somebody's been up here before. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna take my pick tool and lift up. Release that tab there. So there's a little tab. And just slid my pick tool in between, and that released that. All right. Next, we need to remove the pull-down handle, or the emergency grab on the truck's falling over handle. And this has 2 covers right here. So you're gonna take your pick tool up top and pop that down like so, and that's going to reveal a 7mm bolt at both the front and back. All right. So I'll show you how this came out once it's out of here. Okay. So to finish removing this, there are these tabs that have like these teeth, so you just kind of want to work it out. Be careful not to break them, and they stick into the body. So once the screws are out or the bolts are out, just pull those out and the handle will come down. Now we need to remove this front A-pillar right here. Now I retrofitted a grab handle. We actually have a video that shows how to install this, but if you have the normal A-pillar, it's just going to be held on by some clips. So we'll link to this video, and that shows how to remove the standard A-pillar. But if you have the upgraded handlebar or grab bar like I do, you're going to need to pop off these covers right here. So again, your pick tool comes in handy, and we'll make sure to have a pick tool link down in the description. Appreciate it when you go through our links for the parts, since we get a little bit of those proceeds, which helps with the videos. And we have two 10mm bolts right in there. Now, if you're using a ratchet like I am, make sure you do not accidentally hit your windshield. All right, you can see that's loose now. I'm gonna pull down the weather stripping over here. So I'm just grabbing that and pulling that down. All right. Okay. So right here was a metal clip that's held onto the plastic right here, and that was fighting me. Actually, it did not release the way it was supposed to, so actually part of my plastic, you can see, broke off inside of this clip. That clip is supposed to release. So if you're pulling this off, it might be a good idea to stick like a screwdriver or something up in here to try to help release that clip, because that's supposed to just come right out, but it did not want to for some reason. So now removing this or loosening this is not 100% necessary. I already have access to the antenna, but it is going to be very hard to film, and loosening this up is going to make the job a lot easier. So what you're going to do is pop down the sunglasses holder, and then you're going to grab the plastic right here, right behind your toggle switch for the interior lights, and you're going to pry down like so. All right, whole bunch of little clips that hold it in place. Sounded bad, but none of those broke. Now there are screws up in here, and apparently for some people these screws rattle loose over time. I haven't had that problem, but if you're having a rattle, you could fix that while you're working on this at the same time. It appears that it's held in by a whole bunch of the same T15 Torx. So I'm seeing two of those. This is even smaller. All right, we got some T10s up in here. Those screws released. You're just gonna pull down. All right, so this is the clip. There are two clips at the front that you're gonna have to release. So that we released the one, took a pry tool like this. You could probably just pull down on this, but after the clip kind of broke on the A-pillar, I'm trying to be a little more cautious. So if you get your pry tool up in there and then twist, that should come down. Now we don't need to fully remove this because we are not uninstalling it, but we could undo this clip here, which I'll show you how to in a second. So these are the big metal clips you gotta release. There's one on both of the front corners. All right, so let's release this harness, I guess, to get this out of our way. All right, to release the main harness, you're gonna squeeze these two tabs together, like that, and then you're gonna lift up on this. Make sure you're holding your thing so it doesn't fall. You're gonna rock this down like that, and wiggle the connection out. And now your center overhead console is free. All right, so you're gonna carefully lower your headliner now that we have all those things released. And you're not gonna be able to see me remove this, but we're gonna get some shots of it with the camera before I work on it. But right there is the bolt you have to remove from the bottom of your antenna. So I have my 10mm socket on here. I'm gonna move this bolt. It is not held in that tight. It's already loose. Just be careful with your headliner. You gotta make sure your hands are nice and clean, because otherwise you'll have handprints all over it by the end of this job. So I'm gonna pull down this metal piece right here. All right. Get that out. Now with that release, we are going to remove this electrical connection right here. So I'm gonna try not to block it with my camera. I'm lifting up this tab at the top with my pick tool. Looks like I slipped out. Okay. So that electrical connection is free, and that's gonna pull up through the roof with the antenna. So now we can go up top. All right, so now the antenna should lift up. Now I did apply some silicone at the back of my antenna to prevent water leaks. So let's see, we gotta get this little black piece up there. So the silicone is holding good. There you go. So that's how you remove your roof antenna. Now these are known to leak. So like I said, I added a little bead of silicone at the back, but I found a really detailed video about fully resealing this because it seems like the water is actually intruding inside of here and then leaking down through this center part right here. And while many times I would redo a video in my own fashion, this video is so good and detailed. I'm gonna link to that down in the description. So be sure to go check that out for properly sealing this antenna to make sure that you never have any leaks from the front of your truck and ruin your headliner. So definitely check that video out. But that is how you remove the roof antenna, guys. I hope this video was helpful. And as I said, we are wrapping this truck, so definitely tune back into the channel to see the final product. And if you're interested in having your vehicle wrapped, or any of these DIY jobs that we do on the truck, if you want us to do it on your truck, let us know. Be happy to help you out, and we will see you back in the next video.